Okay, here we go. String cannot be created. Try again. Okay, I'm live now. All right. Oh, let's do this. Oh, let's do this. All right. We're going to be building a form in React. A form in React, because that is where it's at. And I'm going to post it again. There it is right there. There's live stream in the chat. So you should be able to click on it now and find it. Okay, so without further ado, we're going to be building a form in React. This form, we're going to look at useState. Also, we'll use something, a React hook that is called useId, which we haven't used that before. But what useId does, it generates a unique ID. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is I'm going to set up my project folder. Okay, so like all other projects, you need to find a location for this project to go. Mine is going in my React folder, so I'm just going to navigate to my React folder. CD desktop MSCA /lessons /React. Now that I'm in my React folder, I'm going to make a folder. I'm just going to call it React-form. So make dir React-form. And then I'm going to go into that folder, CD React-form. All right. And so the very first thing, once I get into that folder, is I type what? Yes, npm init-y, because we want to initialize node for this project. So npm init-y, hit enter, and there we get our package.json file up for us. Okay. Next thing I want to do is, and I'm gonna come back to this package.json file, but next thing I'm gonna do is create my getIgnore touch.getIgnore. The touch command creates files, and then I'm going to say nano.getIgnore, and this will open up the file inside of our terminal or git bash. You know how I do. I'm just going to say terminal because that's the lane that I live in, but terminal and git bash can be used interchangeably. All right. And then here, I'm going to add my node modules and star-lock.json because I don't want those to be exposed to GitHub. And like we talked about before, any file or folder, what have you, that you don't want to be accessible to GitHub, it goes inside of getIgnore. So here, say node_modules, and then star-lock.json. We get here. I'm going to write it out. So that's Control O. File name to write, getIgnore. Yep, that's the one. Hit enter and then exit. Control X. Done with that. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to install React. We need React DOM, and we need React scripts, and we'll just use the latest version of those. So here I'm going to say, oh, not that. I'm going to say npm I, or you can say install, either which one. Some people just prefer to type out install. I just go with I, make it short and sweet. So npm I React, and I'm going to get the latest one. So I'm going to say React at latest, React dash DOM at latest, React dash script at latest. It's going to take a while. Now, again, depending on which project you are working with, then you can say which version you want to use. Mine's got spun up pretty fast. Added 4 packages. I'm gonna check and make sure that everything is in there. So I'm going to come over here to VS Code real quick. I'm gonna open up that folder that I just created. So desktop, and then where are you? Over here, and here, and React form. There it is. Open this up. I'm just gonna do a check just to make sure. There it is. React DOM, React scripts. Oh, that should be React scripts with an S. So I don't need that. Okay. So I need to uninstall that. How do we uninstall? Oh, I don't know how we uninstall. I never had to uninstall before. I mean, I have, but let's see. Uninstall. Let's see. Node modules. How do we uninstall a node module? Well, we like to go over here to Stack Overflow, and it will tell you, let's see, how do we do it? npm uninstall, and then whatever the name of it is. Okay. So I can come back over here, because you see what I did. I said React script instead of React scripts with an S. So I want React scripts with an S. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to say npm uninstall React dash script. Hit enter. Let's see. Did you? I didn't. I didn't. Thank you. npm uninstall. There we go. React dash script. Let's see what kind of Monday this is going to be. All right. So now it's uninstalled. npm I React dash scripts at latest. There we go. Now I know which one takes all the time, and that's the React scripts. So again, if you run into an issue where you misspell a package or something, or you just want to uninstall a package from your project folder, it's npm uninstall and then whatever the name of it is, and then you just install whatever you need. So there we go. So now it's installed. I can come back over here to my package.json, and there I see that React script has been removed, and here I have React scripts with an S. All right, so we're cool, good to go. All right, sweet. Now that I've done that, I'm going to set my folders up. Get my initial structure. I want a public folder, and I want a source folder, and I want a components folder that's inside of source. So I'm going to say make dir public and source and source / components. Make sure I spell that correctly before I hit enter this time. Yep. Make dir public source and then source / components. Hit enter. That's done. And now I want to create my initial files, which is going to be an index.html. That's going to go in public. I'm going to make an index.js. That's going to go in source. And then I'm going to make an app component, app.js. that's going to also go inside of source. Okay, so touch, because I'm making a file now, touch public / index.html. I also said what? Source / index.js and source / capital A app.js. Hit enter. Cool. And now that I've got that done, now I can go and configure my package.json file by adding my scripts into this project. So I'm going to come over here inside of my editor, VS Code, and I'm already here, my package.json. So here, scripts test is already built in. I'm going to come over here and add dev. You can choose dev, debug, something like that. Those are the two standards that you'll see more than others. But mine is dev. I'll say react-scripts start for dev, and then build, which is going to be react-scripts build. Okay. And as always, you can add yourself as an author. This is description. I'm going to put description here. A simple React form. All right. And that's it for my package.json. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be installing anything else for this. Yes.
Could we change what form of React or React DOM we're using by editing this file?
You can't just edit this file. No.
Okay.
You have to go inside your terminal and uninstall and install. I wouldn't recommend. Yeah, that's not gonna do what you want it to do just in here.
Okay.
Because I mean, if that were the case, then you could easily, type in the wrong thing. That we do. I did that, a couple minutes ago, right? So you could easily type in an O instead of a 0, and now you've messed everything up. So it doesn't just let you do that. Yeah. All right. So my package.json is done. There's my get ignore. We can see we've added node modules in star-log.json. There goes my files. And so we're ready to go, ready to start this up. First thing I'm gonna do is come over here to index.html. Start that up, HTML:5. I'm gonna add Bootstrap to this. So come over here and go to getbootstrap.com. They're on version 5.3 at the time of this video. Come down here to include via CDN. Copy the CSS here because I just want to use their styling for this. Also going to add the JavaScript. I'm sorry.
So are you making a video right now?
Are we going to do what right now?
Are you making a video right now?
Yeah.
Oh.
Where you been? What's going on?
They're not.
Oh, I got it. It's up. I posted.
They're not. We're still waiting for you.
It looks like it's running. Cause yeah, I got 3 people on. You did the second one? Yeah, it's a new stream. Get with it. To go into the chat. Go in Google Meet. Go into the chat. I ain't posted in the stream. I ain't posted the second one in the stream. Go into the chat and it's. Oh, I didn't pin it. Click that. Copy that. Yeah, now. Yeah, because he just got on, so now Josh is want to be all up in my video and everything. I posted it again though. There it is. You get it? Yep. All right, cool. I mean, am I posting the video? Of course I'm posting the video. All right, here we go. So just gonna add in my title, just gonna say React form. But the important thing is, again, right here, we want to add a div with the ID of root. This is the container where React is going to load itself up. So just make a div with the ID of root. And there we go. We're good on that. Next thing I want to do is come over here to index.js. And I'm going to get this loaded up. So I need to import React and get that React module. So import React from React. And notice again, once you start typing something, Visual Studio Code, and I can't speak for other editors, but Visual Studio Code will auto-complete it, okay? You just need to make sure that you're keying in the right file or folder, what have you. So here I'm going to say import React DOM from, I'm going to get it from React DOM. So there's React DOM right there, tab, slash, and I want the client, so I want to go into that particular folder here. Okay, and I'm going to need app in a little bit, but I'm not going to do that right now. What I am going to do is create my root, which is going to connect all this goodness over to my index.html so we can see it. So I'm going to say const, but const root is going to get React DOM, and I want the create root method and pass in their document like get element by ID root. Okay. And so I always like to do a little test just to make sure that everything is working okay. So I'm going to say root.render because I want to render this JSX here. I'm just going to make an H1 hello world. This is just the start. Okay. Got that typed up. Those little 6 lines of code should display something. I come back over here to my terminal. Make sure that you are still in the correct location. Okay, I haven't left my location. So there you see React form. Let you know I'm right where I need to be. And if you ever have a question about, am I in the right location? Better safe than sorry, just type PWD, present working directory, and it tells you which location you're in. All right, so I'm where I need to be. I'm in the correct directory. I need to say npm run dev. That's the script that I wrote. And start this baby up. It's going to ask me what I like to add the defaults to my package.json, certainly. And here we go. It is right over here. Hello world. We got something going. Cool. Now I can now what I can do is work on my app. Now that I got that, and this is where again all of the components will eventually meet. This app.js file is going to be, well, it is the parent container, or the parent component rather. All right, so app.js, I'm going to come over here and I'm going to start this up in the same way as I did indexed. Just have something displayed, and then we'll go from there. Then we'll actually do some building. So I'm going to say const app. This is a component, so a React component is essentially a function. Const app. I want to return. I'm just going to return. I'm using fragments right here because I'm going to put a lot of stuff here inside. But I'm going to return an H1. I'm just going to say app.js right there. And always we need to do what with these components? Yeah, we need to export them. So I'm going to say export default. I'm going to export the component like so. Export default app. That will make this component accessible to any other file that imports it within this project. So now that it's been exported, I come back over here to index, and now I can import app. And you see, once I type A, app already pops up. So I just hit tab. So import app from app. I'm going to replace this H1 here with the app component. And this again is how components are called in React. And now I should see app.js, and I do. So that lets me know that I'm connected. These are things that I like to do to make sure that I am connected. Uh, that's very important, right? I can write the most elegant, beautiful code in the world. However, if I'm not connected properly, then I think we've all seen or experienced, getting frustrated because things aren't showing up and wondering why they're not showing up. And sometimes it's because we didn't import or export our files correctly. So I'm going to pause the video right here. Okay. Give everybody a chance to kind of like catch up, whatever. And then we'll go into starting out on our form.